you've got Nocturne and Akali, two assassins that really want to be able to decimate this backline in PSG Talon, and you have the potential to do it, but if you start to fall behind, that becomes very difficult to do so. But on PSG Talon, I just think it's much easier to execute. You're hovering barely out of vision. This is so good from Disamas.
Disamas is going to Karsa. Karsa, he throws out the Duskbringer, immediately finds the dog. He's hungry for a little bit of a hot dog lunch. Karsa flashes away. Disamas, Duskbringer first blood level 1.
Revenge is a dish best served as a cold owl hot dog as Disamas manages to pick off Karsa.
And Disamas wisely dropping his ward inside that brush, wants to make sure that Karsa can't play around this, as immediately the fear already connects. Trimby coming up to try to help Disamas. Karsa is low, Disamas is lower. Trimby trying to get the kill there. They finally take out Karsa, but now it's gonna be a bloodbath, and it's VKS in trouble. Betty's still getting away. Miru needs one more hit. He gets it. The feat of warfare secured by PSG by a split second, and it's a 4-3 game, 4 minutes into the game. Longer than even it would normally be.
It really is, and it just sets you up so nicely. But Karsa now just hit level 6 as he got into the pit, so that Maple Karsa combo could start to come alive if VKS end up overextending just a little bit. Don't have the Poppy in position to try and block that combo for PSG Talon.
Exactly, neither one of the top laners has their teleport available to try to join this fight. Disamas wants to step forward and at least try to smite one of the grubs away. He will get the single one. Paranoia has already been cast. Miru tries to move forward, but the Feather Storm already flies out. Void grubs overall secure by the side of PSG. Disamas wants to jump in, but Betty's gonna stay safe. The barrier isn't even needed as Miru's the next target here for Karsa. He keeps himself invulnerable for an extra second and jumps back over the wall. Now Bowal's gonna be your next target. He has to flash away. PSG over to the first Drake. They'll have the Scuttle Crab right next to it as a side dish, and it doesn't look like anybody from VKS has anything to say about it. PSG gonna secure their second objective of the game.
And as you already said, Maple is so accelerated in this game.
That means it hits 10 stacks and you get that huge power spike at Otacon, which is where we see so many bloodbaths, so many throws, and Miru now pulled back by the shockwave, having to use the ulti defensively to get himself away. And with Woody's help, Maple just continues finding himself in great positions in this game. Karsa wants to jump in with the ulti, but Trimby's here to try to protect Miru. PSG, they have more men in the area, but it's not going to stay that way for long. Maple caught up here in the Tempered Fade. Miru looking for a little bit more. Boal has joined, and so is Morteus. It's everybody from VKS. Maple's already down, and it looks like VKS wants a little bit more. Keeper's verdict, knocking one away. Aja needs some damage back, and he goes all out to find Miru. Betty still safe for now. Karsa trapped in the pit, but can just jump right over pretty easily. Mortea's still chasing. Maybe an Arc of Ruin. No, nothing more to find. Minutes till both the Rift Herald and the second Drake spawn. Whenever those timers are synced up, it does make things a little bit interesting as Betty's forced to use the Feather Storm there. The exhaust from the Summoner Spellbook from Trimby, putting the pressure on the enemy AD carry. But now PSG's coming around from the side. Trimby's gonna pay the price. Taken low, taken out. Nice moves coming in from PSG, but Miru wants one back. He's exhausted, but Karsa chases him too far, and it's a 1-for-1 trade.
VKS are responding well to the PSG plays.
Fights go. If he can knock out multiple players from PSG, turn a fight into a 3v5, then you got some serious danger. Disamas just flies in like a ballistic missile to take out Betty, who still had half cooldown remaining on his Feather Storm. Morteus with the Arc of Ruin to slow down Karsa. The Tempered Fate to lock him up further, but they don't have enough damage. He gets away with the Blast Cone for now, and Morteus hits him with a couple more orbs.
Finished off here for VKS right before that objective spawns.
Stride Breaker done for Nocturne is absolutely massive. The active part of this item is so helpful for securing your Paranoia kills, and Morteus just gets obliterated. Nice pick from PSG. Here continues stacking those objectives. However, that also means they're going to secure themselves the boots. They've already got 2 neutrals. That'll be their third, so it's feats of strength for the PSG side.
He can freeze his wave so no extra pressure can come towards him.
All right, Maple just continuing the shove out there. Disamas wants to jump in, but the problem is it's 2v3 right now. Miru continuing to jump forward, and Maple is down. Woody and Karsa now trying to get away. Miru's got to be careful to not be stunned up underneath the turret. Karsa still running. Morteus from the side jumps in point blank range for the Arc of Ruin, and Karsa, he flashes too late. He's already down. Trimby goes forward, but they don't even need the stun. It's a double kill for Morteus. The Yunara shows him what he's got.
The VKS playbook of playing pick after pick after pick is still alive in this game number 3, and PSG Talon are struggling to keep pace. He's so strong, but even taking this mid lane structure could be fantastic. Morteus taking the... Oh, hang on.
Wow, yeah,
Miru's on the way.
Tempered Fate and everything. Miru's making his way over. Here's Paranoia. It's Desamas, level 11 with the extra range of the Nocturne. Flying in, 2 already dead on the PSG side. Betty flashes away. Miru's in the smoke. Another 5-point strike to try to whittle Betty away.
Pushed out of Worlds by this region. But here, VKS fighting back. 4.5k gold lead. Rift Herald in their pockets. And with 20 minutes just around the corner, they're opening up in this mid wave. They have the Rift Herald, but they don't need to use it here. PSG Talon are just spread thin.
Yeah, even though the grubs did overall go to PSG, you've still got the one grub for that extra little bit of sizzle and spice on the turrets. But Miru is moving through the enemy jungle. He's setting himself up on the flank. Maple's about to face check into the Akali, but no, he throws the ball in instead. The lights are going off. Desamas is going in. The feathers have already flown. And now it's a little bit of danger for Desamas, but Miru jumps into the back line. Karsa trying to get away, but a nice Tempered Fate there onto the enemy support. Woody is locked up, and Karsa's already down. It's 2 kills for nothing for VKS. Aja gonna be your next target here. Cassante is tanky, but he's not tanky enough. They'll slam him back into the wall. They'll knock him down. Miru's on a rampage, and VKS just murdered 3 of them.
Desamas is the feint, while Miru is the hook that's following up behind it. Trimby manages to catch Betty.
Betty's down. Beautifully done from VKS. Every time Desamas uses his ultimate, Betty immediately featherstorms defensively to not get caught out. But that just means that as long as VKS can find that follow-up punch you're talking about, the Xayah is a sitting duck.
It's the dragon taken for VKS. And so much more in that fight. The gold firmly in their favor, control in their favor, but PSG, they're TPing in. Adakan is it. If you have this push in mid with the tier 2 tower already gone, you always have Desamas when that ultimate is available, who can shift over towards this top side. And Miru is just sitting in the back line waiting for the engage.
Exactly, Miru is always on the pincer. VKS want to try to take down this tier 1 turret before they really try to force anything hard. There's immediately your Tempered Faithfulness Keeper's verdict. Now they're diving in the carries, they're both dead! Maple and Betty right in the picture, and Miru's still hungry for more. Karsa, Woody, and Aja all have to scatter as the carries get assassinated. Perfectly coordinated there. Keeper's verdict takes out the supportive roster. Tempered Fate locks up the turret so they can make the dive, and then they jump in. Maple and Betty die before there's anything they can do about it.
VKS just kicked in the front door and said, do you really think you're safe here? The golden key to take them down. The Adakan is theirs, the towers are falling, and it looks like VKS have found a way to take down PSG Talon. Going so well for VKS, he's now just opting to turn that needlessly large rod into a Rabadon's death cap instead, because he never had to burn that safety tool. But Desamas might need to get out of here.
Bit of a hard time here with a couple of auto attacks, but now backing towards the safety of his own tier 1 turret. Stun onto Karsa. Boal gonna be your target here from Betty and the rest of PSG. Keeper's verdict wants to knock somebody away, but he's stunned up into the wall instead. Desamas already exhausted. Nice blade caller there. Forces the flash of the VKS jungler. Desamas is down. PSG, they've locked up Miru. They force him into the stasis. The Akali's in danger, but he jumps back away with a shuriken flip. PSG have found 1 kill and nearly a second. Miru is still on the run. Betty has no summoners to try to chase. Maple's got his flash, but Miru is still running. Karsa over the wall. He wants to try to catch this enemy mid laner. This could be the opportunity PSG needs to come back into the game. Trimby buying time. Magical journey over the wall. Morteus firing out the Arc of Triumph. Now Trimby flashes. Stays alive for now. Keeper's verdict channeled again. Morteus just firing back into the PSG lines. Miru jumps in, and now Betty's in danger. He goes for the Feather Storm, but VKS turn it right back around. Miru finally dies. Maple's getting away now. Aja with a nice third and Tofo strike, putting the pressure onto Trimby, who gets away through the Adakan wall. Now Boal scrapping with Aja back and forth. Maple barely standing. Desamas has respawned. By the time he gets close to the fight, he'll have the Paranoia.
As his Rabadon's death cap now complete onto Maple, it is a second dragon for VKS though, which makes these assassins much more durable as they jump into the back last fight. They don't have what it needs to carry this through. It is an 8k gold lead, but we are fast approaching full items.
And now immediately Desamas jumps in after Karsa. The fear has already been applied and the dog is in danger. Trimby takes him out. Betty's your next target. Featherstorm already used and Miru is rooted up. He uses the second half of the ulti to get away, but it's a massive shockwave coming in from Maple. Aja jumps forward into the front line, but he's taking a ton of damage. Glacial Fissure to try to protect the escape route. As more damage pours into Aja's health bar, but he goes all out onto Bawal. Aja looking to make his escape. A little bit more damage from the top laner is not going to be enough here just yet. VKS, they kill the enemy jungler. Bawal has to flash to try to get away. Another slam into the ground here with the Q. Bawal is in danger. Where's the backup from VKS? PSG fighting for their lives. Bawal stays alive. Aja and Woody about to die outside of the base. And Maple is the only man standing. VKS, they ace him.
VKS have done it. VKS have found their moment with that magical journey into the base. It might be a magical moment to keep their dreams alive at Worlds 25.
Karsa, the only man standing. He's the one who died first. He has to try to defend here. He jumps in to find a single kill, but he will now drop. The Guardian Angel is the only thing to fall for Desamas. Nobody else is alive on PSG. This is Brazil! And VKS stay alive at Worlds 25.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.